as you guys are watching college football this year, and as we get into this 2025 rookie class, I'm anxious to know because you guys always add a unique perspective. Like Matt and I feel sometimes we get trapped in our own bubble, and we really start to like players, and then we don't really talk to a lot of other people. Like these last few months have been crazy for me. I've had a baby, and we've been taking care of that, so we haven't had a lot of guests on the show. We're gonna have more guests, but you guys are like our two first official guests that we've actually talked to with rookies. And I don't consume a lot of other Dynasty shows really anymore. I don't really have time outside of South Harmon, which you definitely should go check out, like and subscribe over there. But what's your initial, I guess I'll start with you, Cody. What's your initial impression of this rookie class? Like strengths and weaknesses, you can really take this in whatever direction that you want to go.
Disappointed, but it was expected. We knew when we were forecasting, last year and the year before, forecasting about this class. And I guess we didn't really forecast Travion Henderson to be a part of it, but we forecasted the rest of these running backs, the Amarian Hamptons, the Nick Singletons, the Ollie Gordons, the Quinshon Judkinses. We expected this thing to be strong, and it only got stronger with Ashton Genty and Caleb Johnson and Scatabo and Dylan. All like the running back class has a chance to be competitive with that McCaffrey, Fournette class that is just like, made the NFL wealthy at the running back position to the point that you don't have to really worry about paying these guys because it doesn't even matter. We have an abundance of them. And in the inverse, you look at the quarterback class, and then you look at the grand scheme of the quarterbacks in the NFL right now, and you go, well, we need them. We need them bad. And this class, not really. For fantasy, yeah. I mean, we might get a little something on Milrow. We'll see what happens where he lands if he goes to like a Las Vegas or something, and it's just like, hey, you're gonna just be Richardson, like you're gonna be like Anthony Richardson. This is gonna be your opportunity to just go and burn it to the ground or go supersonic. I don't know, but the quarterback class is underwhelming as a whole, especially from the NFL perspective. Pocket passers, Shador's not that great. Cam Ward's fine, but still not that great. The receiving class is probably going to be the worst we've had in 4 or 5 years. There's a good guy at the top, I think. A guy that's second in line that I really like, but didn't quite fulfill what I wanted to in Luther Burden. And I think that the floor falls out really quickly in this receiver class. And before you drop down a couple tiers. And then the tight end room is fine. I think the tight end class is strong with Tyler Warren, Loveland. I like Mason Taylor and Gunnar Helm as well, but I think the strength is 100% the running back position. I would put that, like, if you're grading each position for fantasy, I think the running back position is a solid A to A plus. Between there, quarterback, you're sitting, I think, at like a solid D plus. Tight ends probably a B, and receivers probably a C minus. That's probably where I'd sit.
Gotcha. What are your thoughts? Go ahead. Sorry.
I think this is going to go down as the most frustrating rookie class of the modern fantasy history. And it's just a culmination of things. It's everything Cody just mentioned with the uncertainty of the quarterback position. I mean, we could have 2022 all over again because at this point in that offseason, Willis has got to be the 101, right? They need him. They need Willis. Pickett, he's a round one. Matt Corral, he's probably the best in the class. Turns out the NFL said they didn't really like any of them. Only one guy went in the first, is in the 20s. Malik Willis went in the third. Corral after that. So there's frustrating to know there because when you look at these quarterbacks, you can sell me on them. You can sell me that they're franchise guys, but truth be told, if Sanders' last name was Kiwoom, Shador is not going in the first round. Point blank period. I mean, we're talking about a former 3-star prospect who was good in college. But, I mean, truth be told, do you want him to be your quarterback of your franchise? I don't know. Someone will. And then you look at the receivers. This receiving class reminds you of a lot of 2018. We had Calvin Ridley. You had DJ Moore. And then there was some Sutton in there. But remember, it took Sutton a long time to really come to fruition. It just wasn't a good rookie class in terms of the wide receiver position. There's no studs. It really lacks that star-studded a lineup this year. It's going to be complete opposite of last year. Last year, look at the studs that turned out in the 2024 class. And then on top of it all, the frustrating part about these running backs is you're going to get a mix of 2024 but with 2017 talent. And what I mean by that is you're fooling yourself if you are sniping the 107, sniping the 110. Your best bet is a shotgun approach because there are so many good running backs that the burden of the choice is going to be beyond frustrating. A lot like 2017 and definitely a lot like in 2024, where everyone was leaving their drafts with Jonathan Brooks, Blake Corum, Trey Benson, and the truth is they should have been coming away with Tyrone Tracy, and they should have been coming away with Bucky Irving rounds later. There's so much frustration because the talent is so saturated in this class that I don't want to choose. Because remember in 2017, you could think back that far. Fournette was the clear-cut 101. Well, you should have been taking CMC, Dalvin Cook, Joe Mixon, Kareem Hunt, Alvin Kamara. All of those guys proved to be better picks. And then you had Corey Davis. I thought Corey Davis was a can't-miss guy. Well, he fucking missed. Big time. And now we're looking almost at that exact situation. If Tet doesn't fire, and Cody's mock draft just dropped today, I highly recommend checking it out at Roster Watch. If Tet McMillan goes to the Vegas Raiders, that's the stone worst spot for a guy like that. And I'm not saying he's not talented, but they have no quarterback. They already have the best pass catcher. He's not better than Brock Bowers in a pure pass catching standpoint.
Yep.
It would be and Jacoby Myers is coming off of one of his hottest career seasons. This would be the worst spot, but it makes a lot of sense for that franchise to bring him in. I like the match. I think the match makes sense, but I hate it for fantasy. So
that's the Corey Davis, Mike Williams, though.
That's
that's how you nuke it.
That's how you nuke it completely. And now you're looking at it like either you be in for a penny. If you're gonna be in for a penny, be in for a pound, or get the hell out of there. And I've been doing this a lot. I saw it happen in my home league, and he caught a lot of flack for this, but I backed the trade 100%. He moved what will probably be the 105, 106. We have like a ping pong system, so we don't know. But it's probably going to be the 105, 106 for Chase Brown. And he got so much flack from this in our league because of all the running backs. I'm like, no, give me the Chase Browns. Give me the one in the hand worth two in the bush for this class because we don't know. We don't know who's going to be what. Because we already know that they're all going to be scattered across this league like we've never seen because if they all declare, this class is 15 guys deep.
This is the great reset at running back.
Cody,
Leonard Fournette. I'm going to be starting next year. Yeah, in the UFL.
Yeah, right. Kareem Hunt, see ya. Gus Edwards,
UFL
see
practice
ya.
squad,
Devin Singletary, see ya. These guys are they're going to be cut out. And all of a sudden, you're going to be sitting there, either get 15 picks and just completely rehaul your team or get rid of them all. Because if you think you're going to be able to sit in the pocket at 108 and walk away with your rookie draft nailing it, you got another thing coming. It's going to be so frustrating to put your finger on this class because it's so talent rich in one, maybe two positions. Because let's also not kid ourselves. Tight end is deep in talent, but to project it is almost a fool's errand. I mean, don't get fooled by Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers, don't let us spoil us all. We knew Brock Bowers was coming years ago. I don't care about Tyler Warren, what he's done. I don't care about Harold Fandon, what he's done. Colton Loveland, they're not Brock Bowers. So now it's like, are we going to go ahead and play that game again? Are we going to be hurt again? Whew, this class, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun ride, but holy shit, it's going to be frustrating when you're making these picks.
It's going to be a lot of late round picks. It's going to be one of those draft classes where there's so much unpolished kind of talent that's going to land in the 3rd to 5th round.
Yes.
And like you said, with the burden of choice, it's going to be the same thing in the back end too. Like deciding between like Tez Johnson or Jaden Beck, for example, like what late, 3rd, 4th round, one of these guys is going to break through. And I almost feel like, trade back, get a few picks in the bottom, half of your draft and kind of reset for next year. But then again, the NFL draft is one crazy bitch. So we could be completely staring at another end of the barrel where, the puzzle pieces work out to where now there's some clear answers. But like Maddie said, yeah, it's, kind of an underwhelming class, but it's going to be, it's going to separate the experienced dynasty players, the ones that are paying attention, from the inexperienced. Because I remember in 2020, similar class that ended up happening. I chased, I thought Dobbins, Swift were going to be, surefire. I took both of them with my, 1-4, 1-5, something like that. Got burned on both of them. So it's going to be, it's going to separate the men from the boys here, so to speak.